When you were a 14-year-old getting into those worlds, were you immersed in the music? Was this your music already?
Oh, yeah, that's the crazy thing. I always knew I was obsessed with Louis Armstrong, but I thought, you know how memories work. Like, you often say things and you say them long enough and they become real, but they're not really real. When my parents moved, we're going through boxes, and I find a scrapbook I made about Louis Armstrong and his funeral. Now, Louis Armstrong died in July of 1971. I was born October of 1961. That means I was 9 years old. As a 9-year-old, I was already obsessed with Louis Armstrong. Why? I can't really tell you. What happened was in Berkeley, California, we had the first elementary school jazz program. Phil Hardiman was kind of the main focus behind it, and Dick Whittington was the second in command. And Herb Wong, a lot of people know the name Dr. Herb Wong. You've probably seen it on a lot of record albums because he produced records and wrote liner notes, and he was a big advocate for music. And he got the funding, and it was his idea, I believe, to start an improvisation program for kids. And the two stars of the program were Peter Applebaum and Rodney Franklin, who they could just play music somehow on multiple instruments, and they could improvise. And so they were kind of the linchpins of this program. Out of Berkeley, after Peter and me, I mean, so many people, I don't want to miss anybody. There's Paul Hansen, Craig Handy, Benny Green, Josh Redman. I'm missing a lot of people, incredible musicians who came to this program. Dan Walensky, Peck Almond. Phil Hardiman left, but it continued on. And that program also is where Ambrose Hakim Musiri came through, Jonathan Finlayson, Elena Pinderhughes, some more Pinderhughes, and there's so much in between. I mean, Peters saw like potential in my playing when I was in 6th grade. And he said to me, "Listen, man, I want you to be in my band next year." He said, "But this summer, I'm going to give you some records to listen to. And when you're done with these records, you're going to be in my band." And the records were Freddie Hubbard's Straight Life, Horace Silver, Blowing the Blues Away, Lee Morgan, Sidewinder, and a Maynard Ferguson record. And so the summer between 6th and 7th grade, I'm sitting here, and I don't know if you know the beginning of Straight Life. It's Freddie Hubbard and Jack DeJohnette, and Freddie goes, Jack's like,
It's a call to arms.
yeah, that's my introduction to music. So we'd go to Keystone Korner. First concert we saw was Eddie Harris. Second concert was Rahsaan. Within 2 years, I'd seen Sam Rivers, Sonny Fortune,
Wow.
Oliver Lake. So I'm hearing all that music, and we're checking this stuff out. And then I think it was the summer between 8th and 9th grade, Peter goes, "Okay, check this out." And he's playing me the Art Ensemble. So I'm hearing all this stuff. And when you're young, you don't have the scientific kind of way of looking at the world. Like when people are older and they go like, "Oh, this is like really complex music and it takes a lot of technique. And this is something that's maybe more raw and can be played in a natural way." You just go, "It's a record and it either moves me or doesn't."